What's up guys, Kanak here. This is taking a small break from regularly scheduled Bundesliga series. Kind of a spontaneous vid. Just came back, as many of you would know, from WTT Yokohama Champions. I've received so many DMs, so many messages. There's been so much buzz around the event, and of course myself, I've ended up going to the semi-finals there. So I thought I'd make this video to give a little insight and leading up to the tournament, just generally what it means for myself, my career. The WTT Champions event is the top 32 players in the world. For myself, currently heading into the event, I was 29 in the world. Coming back from the break and my suspension time, obviously I was ranked 0 in the world. It was just a big goal of mine to be reached back, to be able to qualify for the champions. I did think it would be a long process, but actually I managed to do it in about a year, even less than a year. I'm already back ranked in the top 30 in the world. So it'll be my third champions event since my comeback. There's 6 champions a year. You have a higher chance to earn ranking points compared to other competitions, and there's also an increase in prize money. Even if you were to lose the first match, it's normally around $4,000 to $10,000 to lose in the first round. So there's also a financial aspect to it that gives you the motivation to reach the champions event. And to be completely honest, for us table tennis players, I would say, in my humble opinion, on the international scale, unless you're entered for the champion, it is hard to be making a plus on the prize money side of international competitions. Heading into the event, I participated very well in the World Cup in the, I believe, March time, where I went to the last 16, basically beating Horacio Cifuentes and tying 2-2 with Dang Chu, which was enough to go past the group stage, and then having a very tight match with Wang Chukin in the last 16. Since that time in March, I've been kind of flat for a few months. There was 2 major events during that time as well, between the World Cup and now in Yokohama with the World Championships in Qatar, where I bowed out quite early, the second round exit, the Las Vegas Grand Smash, where I also exited in the first round. So 2 kind of disappointing losses. This is sport, because we're competing non-stop, it's normal to go through periods where you struggle more. It wasn't just the losses that really hurt me, it was kind of in general where my mindset was at the time. I was struggling a lot with myself, with the confidence side, trying to understand my game a bit. I felt like a mix of many things coming together, and I was kind of lost in my game. It was nice after the Vegas match in July. I took some time off, about 3 weeks off. I started my preparation for WTT Yokohama in Tokyo, in the Japan Olympic Center. Myself, Anton Kalberg from Sweden, and Omar Assar from Egypt, we all joined the Japanese men's national team for about 8 days of training in Tokyo before heading off to Yokohama. Obviously trained the Japanese national team, Shitsuki Togami, Harimoto Tomokazu, Hiroto Shinzuka, all those guys were there. But for myself personally, it was more trying to find my game again. Together with my coach, Yorgo Tsugayo, we spent a lot of time focusing more on the details, what's been not working these last days. And for myself, coming off a long break, it was kind of nice. I felt like refreshed and re-energized. So I had a lot of confidence heading into the tournament, heading into champions, only the best, the top 32 in the world. After the week-long training camp in Tokyo, I was in top shape heading to Yokohama. As mentioned, the goal is to stay in the champions, but the big goal in mind is to hit back into the top 20 and kind of like a checkpoint before I hopefully even go even further down. The entire organization of the tournament was just top notch. When I entered the arena, first thing I thought was like, wow, nice arena. I felt extremely comfortable going in. I was playing well. The draw in WTT events, as some UTT fans know, it's very random. There's about, in the champions event, 4 seeded players, and the rest of the matchups are done completely random. So there's always a chance you can get somebody like Lin Shidong, Wang Chukin first round, which is not what you want. I actually had quite a decent draw. I was lined up with Simone Gauzy from France, a familiar name, as many of you guys mentioned, a matchup that we currently recently had in the Bundesliga 2 times this season. One time where I came out on top, and more recently where he came out on top. But I did feel quite okay with the draw going in. I knew there were worse draws. Just did my best to prepare, obviously. Losing last time, made some adjustments, spoke together with my coach what to change. When I entered the arena now to face him for the first match, it was like a bit of goosebumps. I mean, we're professional athletes, we're playing under the bright lights all the time, but like I mentioned, this crowd in Yokohama, it was nice. It was like, you could feel the energy, and the crowd in general, they just loved TT over there. The passion was great. So all of my family, friends in the US, everyone was watching. So that also gives me an extra boost.
Off the table, that is. We do know that he can get... Oh, yeah. When you get the chance,
The position of his serving, I think it sets up his game extremely well.
How about some of those shots?
I started off quite nervous in the match, dropping the first set. It's hard to predict. You can come in with a game tactic, you can come in feeling like you're ready for any scenario, but then he'll come and hit you out with like a crazy strawberry or like an around the net backhand. Even losing the first set, I didn't play so well, but I had like a lot of confidence in my mind, playing so well in the training, and I knew there's still a few levels I'd reach up higher in the game. It was a little frustrating because I went down in the second set, made some unforced errors, and in these kind of events, best of 5, the match can easily slip away if you're down 2-0, and especially against a player Simone's level.
And he's done it.
I came back, I stole that second set. To be honest, I did dominate the match a little bit. I was a better player. It was tight sets, the third and the fourth, but both of them I felt I was controlling the pacing, controlling the rallying a bit. And in the end, I took the match 3-1. Great performance, a great crowd, great energy. And for myself, coming back from suspension, my first win in a Champions event, already securing world ranking points and a bit more prize money on the line. Just a fantastic start to the tournament. After taking the match with Simone, it felt like a huge buzz going through the table tennis community, especially in the USA. It was just a great feeling on past the second round. The first round is key because that's where you kind of end up with pretty much no ranking points or a huge boost, like 90 ranking points to pass the first round, which is a significant difference. I was soon to be faced off with Cheng Rui from Taiwan. It was a surprise matchup for myself because the seeded player in that matchup was Darko Jorgic from Slovenia, top 10 player in the world, but Cheng Rui actually upset him in the first round. So it was a little bit of a surprise for myself. And also I felt a small opportunity for myself because as amazing as Cao is, in my opinion, he's a future top 20 player. He's going to be a big star in the sport. He's still perhaps not as experienced as a player like Darko, and I did actually beat Cao. I had some confidence going in and I knew this is a good chance for myself. It seemed like everything was lined up, my form was good, the draw was good, and now it's just time to go out there and do my best, win or lose.
Early on,
Cao is a very fast and explosive player. I knew it would be very hard to match him power-wise, and I tried my best to make him uncomfortable with my placements and strong service game. After taking the first set, Cao changed his tactics, using more long pushes and focusing on very strong reloops against my opening, which, in my opinion, is one of his best shots.
Oh my! Well,
The match became very even in the third set, both of us keeping the score between 1 to 2 points difference.
He's all about
what? You don't get that back.
calm and very clever from Kanak here. Almost like a tennis serve to just spin that one out of the arena.
I hit some very strong shots in the end of the set and took it 11-9.
Expanding, explosive, playing the big shots.
Yep. Oh yeah, he's in a flow state right now. He can do no wrong. Oh, that's just great work. Great work.
I carried momentum and confidence, taking the match 3-1 and sealing my place in my first Champions event
I
quarterfinals.
think after the Cow match, I felt good. 3-1, and it was a very tight match. Third set could have gone either way. I did feel I was a better player once again. So I was feeling great about myself, but at the same time, a little bit wary because I had, of course, Dang Cho from Germany waiting for me next round.
Stay tuned for part 2.